Help a couple of quick videos real quick. Here we go. Uh, a little buzzed. I just played the um, Labyrinth drinking game with my wife. So, alright. Beautiful opening hand. I mean, you can't really ask for much better than this. As long as my opponent doesn't, counter my stuff or anything. Oh my god. So yeah, opponent knows right off the bat what I'm playing, and I was a little surprised about that early Abbott there. I guess they weren't looking for card advantage; they were just looking for tempo, trying to beat me before the bridge gets down, which makes sense. It's actually really smart, and it did make it so they weren't going to top deck yet another land by exiling it. That little dude gets big real quick. I didn't want to let my opponent draw that Swift Spear because it would have just been more damage. And I'm trying to just limit the damage my opponent has. Of course, I play the Ethergrid first, or any combo if I have to. It's okay for my opponent to draw that Vapor Snag and that Shivan Reef. So I, figure some damage is coming in. Use a Thoughtseize to make sure that I'm good to go for playing the Ethergrid, and go ahead and use the Ethergrid now so my opponent has to use Vapor Snag to save it. And really, I mean, that's game. Yeah, put a land on top to make it so that Abbott doesn't do anything really. Lantern, bridge, and really game. That's the lock right there. And I have a clock with my opponent at 9 life. And my opponent concedes. This is pretty quick. Alright. Basically, it's blue-red Delver. Yeah, I keep it because I have the Droplet and Sunbeam and Bridge and Pyroclasm in hand. It's pretty decent. I mean, I don't have the Lantern lock yet, but you know what? These things will keep me alive. I figure my opponent probably has some sort of artifact destruction, but unless it's Shatterstorm, this is pretty decent. And that Sunbeam with the Opal and Ruins can keep me alive for a good while. Constantly recurring and getting 5 life. I'm really happy I played that 1-0 Sunbeam because I don't know, I very well could have lost this game if I hadn't. I didn't go back and check it, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I would have lost this game if not. Just really Pyroclasm drawing out my opponent's counters, because what really matters is whether or not I can land Bridge and Droplet. And Bridge matters more than Droplet, so I play Droplet first. And I shuffle away my opponent's Mana Leak, because it's really important this Bridge lands now. I'm paying a good amount of attention to what my opponent has drawn. So, Bridge lands, so now I just need the lock. And I don't even really need the lock, because I don't need to worry about my opponent countering my stuff. I don't need to worry about my opponent destroying stuff, really, because I have 2 Welding Jars in play. Don't need to worry about creatures. Don't really need to worry about burn, because I got Sunbeam. I can constantly recur Sunbeam. And I'm about to recur Droplet. So, it was risky, but I let my opponent draw these Izzet Charms here. I set myself up to have the 5 mana to constantly recur Spellbomb, and I just give it a go. I mean, I'd rather let my opponent. Izzet Charm, he can't play it with an empty hand, so he loses. So Sunbeam, play Sunbeam, and I guess my opponent was trying to set up to deal damage to me with Lavamancer, but Sunbeam stops all that. And I'm about to recur Lantern and Sunbeam again anyways, So I mean, really, it's almost next. It's next to nothing as far as what my opponent will draw that will hurt me. I mean, I have, unless my opponent, the only out I think my opponent could have is really Shatter Storm, and yeah, and that's it. And even then, like, I can just recur Lantern and shuffle it away. So it was good stuff. An opponent conceded.